Small Town Scuttlebutt.
So sorry I was late for my own show that I host.
I know. I was going to take it over for you.
You could have just let yourself in and got it going. We could have been halfway done by now.
I was going to rename it.
Yeah.
Small Town Asshole is going to be called.
Yeah. Let's talk about our first asshole, Rick.
Wait, we're going to bleep those later.
Why?
Because I have kids. Of course, they're in the 30s.
Yeah.
So never mind.
You have a grandkid too.
I have 2 grandkids.
Oh, wowee.
I have a boy, grandchild, and granddaughter. Grandson and granddaughter.
Which one do you like more?
My granddaughter.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
Yeah, and I
She
know you're
never
not
gets
kidding.
hurt.
Yep. Girls are so sweet. But boys are going to win your heart when they get a little older and start showing off their curiosity in a way that's like, I mean, we identify with it, you know, but it's like.
And he takes right after his dad, who was my middle son. And he was constantly getting hurt, my son, growing up. And my grandson, literally will run through the house with his eyes closed. Doesn't know the house.
Yeah.
He's doing a Helen Keller, just running through the house, smashing into things, and then crying. He's like, well, your eyes were closed, Lou. What do you think's going to happen? He loves it.
Come on, Lou.
He loves it. Lewin.
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 That's nice. What origin is that? Is that?
It's Southern Vermont, because that's where they met. And that was the name of a child of a faculty member, and they've loved the name ever since.
You know, it had hints of Brattleboro.
A little bit of Brattleboro. Yep. Sounds slightly stoned.
That's a hippie town. I went to college not far from there, and Brattleboro was like let's get out of town and go somewhere else, 30-minute car ride. And my introduction to Brattleboro was waiting at a red light while a woman with like one of those long flowing hippie dresses was tightrope walking across the line.
Without a tightrope.
She was like doing the thing across the crosswalk.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how many mushrooms is she on right now? Like she's definitely tripping out.
Yeah, that's Brattleboro. That's where my son and his future wife met when they were in 10th grade. They've been together ever since.
Oh, wow. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll take that over the hunched over, meth head, that you see
totally
all over the place. Just
like
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the tip over. Like, how do they? How do you hold your balance when you can't do anything else?
When the wind is just right, you wait for that breeze, and then you get the payoff.
Yep,
for sure.
Well, I was a little late because I was getting coffee for you from
your prince
from Starbucks.
I don't care what people say.
Yeah, I know. A lot of people say shit. Went to Starbucks, and I think Joe, the manager at the Medfield Starbucks, might want to consider, giving these out for free because I'm doing this.
Well,
at least
I was
you
going
could
to say
do.
we're sponsored now by Starbucks officially.
Well, you know what? I'm kind of. It's like one of those cyclist jerseys. They go out and pay for the shirt that says. It's not how. See, I paid for this. It's
right.
Like I'm sponsoring them.
It's
like
a reverse sponsorship.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a reverse mortgage.
Yes.
You're a financial genius. Is what it comes down to.
I know. I'm ahead of my time. Well, I want to ask you this because it's small town scuttlebutt. We can talk about all kinds of things, generational and home ownership, kids, life, the rat race, if you will. One of my now you tell me if this is a legitimate gripe or I'm turning into old man Fink.
Oof.
Okay.
Yeah.
You might have seen. So you showed up a couple minutes prior to me. You're sitting on the steps waiting patiently while I was
hat in hand, as it were.
Yeah. While I'm unprofessionally arriving late. But I don't know if you noticed there was a pickup truck with a trailer. For, of a landscape company.
Out on the main road.
Yeah, parked out in front of my street.
Right.
In front of my house. And I pulled up alongside it. Yeah. And I said, hey, are you guys doing a house on the street? And they said, no, we're looking for an address. I said, oh, where is it? They're like, looking for Pine Street. I said, okay, take a left, take a right. It's about a mile on the left. They're like, okay, thanks. And they moved on. What? So it's fine. They probably just finished up a job down the road. Okay. And, these 3 guys are like trying to figure out what they're not from here.
Okay.
But the reason why I stopped was if they were doing a house on my street, I was going to tell them to move it along and go park in front of their client's house.
Not in front of your house.
Not in front of my house.
Yeah.
And that is one of those things where I'm like, there are so many things in the world that are not right.
Yeah.
There's so many people that are suffering and there are so many people that have real problems.
Yeah.
And here's me telling the landscaper, "You're ruining my curb appeal," and I'm not going to stand for it.
Yeah. So it's not the war in Iran that's bothering you.
No,
today.
It's not
the decimation of Gaza that's bothering you today.
No, it's my curb appeal.
It's curb appeal being ruined by immigrant landscapers who are probably trying to feed a family of 7.
Yeah, but they live in Honduras, so what do I care?
What do you care? No.
No.
My thing, it's very similar to my thing I was going to complain about on the same lines. I'm coming here and there's a dude parked in the middle of the street and he thinks he's pulled off, but he's not.
Oh, yeah.
And it's on a hill and a curve. So it's suicide to go around him anytime, day or night.
Yes.
And there's no flagger. And he's just sitting there. He hasn't even put his blinkers on. But his ass is way the hell out in the middle of Marshall Street. I've got 8 feet to pass, and I'm in a Volvo, and it's not gonna work. Yeah. So no, those guys, no respect for their customer, which is ultimately you. So you didn't hire them, is what you're saying, to do your lawn. You did not sign a contract,
right? I have my own guys, and guess what? They park in front of my house when they're servicing my property.
Yeah.
It seems like that's the professional courtesy.
Yeah,
and I've gotten to the point where I'll go out. So there's 10 different houses with 10 different landscapers. So it's like you're always shooing someone off. Get off my yard.
Yeah.
And they usually do. They do. I mean, I'm not confrontational. I'm like, hey, do you guys mind giving me?
You're a little confrontational.
I say, hey,
just enough.
I say, hey, you guys working on the Johnsons? And they're like, yeah. I'm like, do you mind just giving me the professional courtesy of parking in front of their house? I might have someone coming in a little bit.
Yeah.
Which is not true. But
I
"Oh,
was already here."
Yeah. They say, no problem. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And they do it.
I solved this problem by firing my landscaper and hiring my son, who moved in with us a year and a half ago, and that's how he pays rent. So he drives my lawn tractor, uses my weed whacker, and claims he's doing me a favor.
So that's what you got to do to get an on-call landscaper.
Yes. You need
24/7 lawn mowing services.
Yeah.
At your doorstep or in your basement, wherever.
Yeah, wherever.
That's awesome.
He's there day or night whenever I need him. Usually complaining that it's out of gas. But yeah, he does.
Well, how are we going to solve this one, son?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
One time a guy, and everyone in the neighborhood fired him because I was like, this guy is like, not only is he rude, but he flicks his cigarettes on the curb in front of my house.
Yeah.
And, we don't need to see this 400-pound guy mowing lawns without a shirt on, do we? I mean, come on. It's just not my...
You're ruining my Starbucks.
Yeah. So everyone agreed. But before they let him go, before I got him fired, he had like 4 clients on the street. And I was like, move along.
Yeah.
I said, hey, pal, you mind moving? And he's like, it's a public road. I'm like, you're right. So he unloaded his trailer with, put the door down, wheeled stuff out, and was working on a thing. So I got in my car and I parked on the public road right behind him with my bumper over the tailgate.
Public road.
Yeah.
What are you going to do?
And he wasn't able to lift up the gate because my car is over it. Also, he couldn't get his thing on there.
Equipment back on.
So I took a lot of satisfaction in watching this guy get in his truck, drive up forward 50 feet, dragging his thing back. And
nice.
That's like, you don't fuck with the fink is basically the moral of that story.
Yeah.
Passive aggressive fink.
No respect for the working man either. Wow. Ouch.
Okay, yeah, maybe I wasn't a nice guy.
You didn't have a paper route as a kid, did you?
I did.
Did you?
Yes. And that was the School of Hard Knocks. Mr. Zadarozny was an asshole. He was one of my customers. Cheap
Daily or weekly?
Daily.
Yeah,
morning paper.
Morning, before school.
Yes.
Oh, boy.
The papers, I had like 35 newspapers in a loop and an extension.
Yeah.
Take about 30 minutes to do. I had to have all the papers in the front door of the houses. You couldn't just bag them and throw them. No, we are opening up a door, putting it in
the storm door
by 6 a.m.
Wow.
Yeah, that's tough. And Mr. Zadarozny would call the Concord Monitor to report that my paper did not come until 6:07 today.
Oh, wow. So this is where you learn this behavior that you now take out on landscapers.
I learned how to flip a newspaper when I shut the door.
Yeah.
The screen door, It's like, oh, did all the Thursday sales flyers fall out?
I'm so sorry.
Well, that's a mess.
I had a weekly newspaper called the Times Chronicle in suburban Philadelphia. I probably had, since it was weekly, it was a bigger route. It might have been at 75 or 100, I forget. But it was just weekly, and that's hard to make a buck. And then once a month you go around collecting.
Yeah. Do you have a little book with the tabs?
A little book with a tear-off tab.
Yeah.
$1.50 for the month or whatever.
Right.
And you're collecting at a lot of houses, but we go around at dinner time, ding dong, collecting. You just say collecting.
Yeah.
I don't know. Everybody knew what it was.
Yes.
There was one newspaper in town.
Yep.
And, they had the football schedule and they had real estate ads and they had job ads. I mean, job listings for ads. And maybe if you were lucky, you were on the Honor Society and you got listed like once a year at the end of the year because you're on the Honor Society. And woohoo!
Yeah, what town did you grow up in?
I grew up in suburban Philadelphia, north of Philly, a little town called Jenkintown, Pennsylvania.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, I was going to say the late President Biden, but he's not late yet. The soon-to-be late Biden's wife, Jill, is like from my area.
Dr. Jill?
Dr. Jill is from Montgomery County.
Yeah. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so she's from there. She actually was campaigning in Jenkintown. It's about 6,000 people, 2 squad cars, and the only way to have fun was pool hopping in the summertime. Did you ever pool hop?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. That's what you do.
I told my wife about it. She's like, swimming at night with no lights and no lifeguard. I say, yeah, right. And diving into a dark pool in the Altogether and hoping a little bit to get caught just so you could run and scream.
Yeah, you knew that, like, you're 20 yards away from me. The porch light comes on, you're like, go.
Yeah,
You're like,
yeah. Exactly.
And I grew up in Concord, New Hampshire. I don't want to be a one-upper, but the 14th president of the United States.
Sure.
Do you know which one that is?
Don Concord, I think his name was.
No, Franklin Pierce.
Oh,
regarded as possibly the worst president of all time. He was severely
until recently.
I know Biden was such a piece of shit. Our politics do not align, but that does
politics do not align.
But that's okay.
Okay,
I am not. I actually, you know what I want. I would love everyone to just be like, you know what? Fuck my party. I'm going centrist. And we all come back to the middle.
Yeah.
Like what happened to the 60s Democrats? What happened to like just pragmatic, taxes and free enterprise, like just the principles of the party. Now it's gotten hijacked by nut
They're
jobs.
absolutely gone. They're absolutely gone.
Yeah.
So the terrible incident on Saturday night at the White House Correspondents' Dinner, right?
Mm-hmm.
The shooting. The president didn't want a comic at the dinner because he would get roasted.
Sure.
And he has no sense of humor.
Yeah.
And you can't make fun of him.
He has a sense of humor. He can be funny, but he can never be the butt of a joke.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So he showed up on the guarantee.
Like his dancing's kind of funny.
That he's not going to be made fun of. So
Yeah.
the act that he hired was do you know this? A mentalist. His name is Oz Perlman.
Mm-hmm.
He's a famous mentalist. He
Okay.
actually had a television show about it, right?
Yeah.
And right before shots were fired, the video footage, if you watch it, it's Oz Perlman leaning in between Melania and Trump and holding up an index card.
Yes.
Those index card, he'd written on it the name that Caroline Leavitt had chosen for her yet-to-be-born child. And he was guessing the name. Leavitt hadn't told anybody, and he was doing a mentalist trick, guessing the name.
Yep.
And when the shots were fired, okay? I don't know why this mentalist didn't know there was an assassin in the building, and I don't know why he didn't tell the president.
He's trying to distract them. Keep your head in.
So you get a comic up there and you're going to get roasted, you'll be okay. You get a mentalist up there, you might get shot because he's not being honest with you about who's in the fucking building.
That's amazing.
Yikes.
Yeah.
That is not much of a mentalist. I hope he didn't charge for the evening.
Yeah, that one's pro bono, pal.
Do you remember the amazing Kreskin
Nope.
from the 70s? See, I'm just not much
I was
older.
born. So I was born in 76. I turned
Yeah.
50 next month.
Okay.
Or in 2 months.
If you look up the amazing Kreskin, he was a Johnny Carson level mentalist in the 70s. And he performed at my college when I was there. And I don't know how he did some of the shit he did. Truly, he just blew away like 2,000 students in the gymnasium.
And it's amazing because there's a formula, there's a trick, there's something you do.
Yeah, that you're all missing.
And it's like no matter how hard you try to like unravel, which is kind of half the fun, right? Like let's just go along. The child in you wants to be amazed. Like I just last week on school vacation, I took my son Charlie, who's 12 now, to New York City. We go like 2 or 3 times a year just to get some culture and see some real shit. Because
versus
here we complain about landscapers parked in front of your yard.
Yeah.
Like let's go see some.
There we complain about the garbage not being picked up.
Right, right. Where is the mailman? So we went to go see what do you call him? A magician.
on
On Broadway.
Oh.
Jamie Allen. He's a British guy.
Okay.
And I got to tell you, I was sitting there. I'm still scratching my head how the Harley Davidson just appeared out of nowhere.
David Copperfield in Boston years ago. I saw him with my son, who at the time was probably 12.
Yep.
Same thing.
Yep.
I don't know how he did some of the shit he did.
Yeah.
And it's one thing to watch it on television.
Yeah.
And you just go, well, trick cameras or whatever, Chris
Sure.
Angel.
Sure.
But when you see it in person, respect. Illusionists. Total respect.
They are amazing. He did like the classics, right? Like the levitating woman.
Yeah.
And then she started walking, like air walking up and then coming down. And I'm like, there's no. Oh, and he walked around her. He went under her. Spun the thing around, so there's no like I'm not holding the open spot.
Yeah.
And he's running the ring back and forth. I'm like, okay, you did all the protocols and the checks, so we can verify that yes, she is on a table with nothing. And then and it's like, boom! I'm blown away. The things he could do with cards, it was fascinating.
And yet, statistically speaking, this is government research, the least likely profession to get laid.
There's
magicians.
It's not comedians? Because
no, it's not. Comedians are second least likely.
I was going to say, because I got some data. No, just kidding. Yeah, I thought that was really fascinating. And I hope that magicians get lucky in the bedroom a little more because it's fascinating.
I had a catalog called Abbott's Magic Catalog when I was a kid. It was I'm doing this like an inch or 2 inches thick.
Yeah.
Ordered tricks through the mail, and I wanted to be a magician.
Yeah.
And there was one trick I can't believe my parents let me buy. It was a trick that allowed you to blow smoke, quote unquote, and it was a jig that you would slip carefully into your mouth with a lit cigarette in it, and you would exhale, and it would blow the smoke out of the cigarette. Part of the trick. This is again in the 70s.
Yeah.
Things were different.
Good times.
And you would blow smoke out, and I just was the shits because I could do this trick. I could slip it in my mouth and get it out.
Yeah.
And then meanwhile, I probably took to it naturally because my father was famous for doing cigarette tricks when I was like 6 years old, pulling cigarettes out of my ear and laughing and then lighting them up and blowing the smoke in my face.
Yeah.
And then knocking off the rest of his martini unless there was a little bit at the bottom for me.
That's so funny.
Yeah. Yeah, that
different times.
It was considered just fine. It's fine. And then we had Lucky Strike candy cigarettes, long strips of white candy with a little red at the end,
red dye. Yeah,
and then there was dust.
Yes,
and you would blow the dust off and made it look like smoke.
Yeah,
sponsored by RJR Nabisco,
probably.
No doubt,
yeah.
Probably.
Or also, how about the Big League Chew? You see Lenny Dykstra at the plate. With a big golf
honking,
ball size of tobacco in his lips.
Give me some of that. Yeah.
Kids wanted too. I remember like sitting on the bench in Little League.
Yeah.
Take the strawberry Big League Chew and you chew it up and you put it in your lip.
Yeah.
Just because you emulate your heroes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then later we'll sell you the actual tobacco, and then later we'll sell you the surgery to get rid of your jaw.
It's your starter pack, right? What do you think about now? This again, maybe this is another old man Fink thing, but the Bruins. Are you watching the Bruins at all?
I am not. I've swore off hockey when my eyesight went because I can't see the puck. No, I'm kidding. I never got into hockey, and I grew up in Philadelphia, and it's a hockey town.
Oh yeah, it is.
I was there. I remember
the Broad Street Bullies.
Broad Street Bullies in '76. They won the Stanley Cup, and I was 20 miles away, and we all went crazy. And I was like, "What are we yelling about?" Because I just didn't. I didn't care. That's basketball. I was a basketball Sixers fan.
Okay,
but just didn't. And you're a big hockey guy.
I am. Yeah,
I saw some hockey paraphernalia.
Yeah, it's my. I peaked. I was a player, and I peaked with the game winner in the championship game. That's the only first place trophy I ever got. Nice. 1984. I was 8 years old.
Nice. Woohoo!
You want to know? You want to know the?
You're built like a hockey player.
You want to know the story behind that game-winning goal? It was like 2 minutes left in the game. It was tied at 3.
Yeah.
I was parked off to the side of the net, waiting for a rebound, a pass, just whatever, and I was gonna put it right in. That's kind of like the puck bounced around, got right in front of me. I had it on my stick. The net was open, and I froze up. And Colin Flanagan hit my stick. The puck went off my stick, not his. I got the goal.
Get the goal.
Yeah.
You're a deer in the headlights.
Isn't that crazy? Yeah, I remember I was
my
just like,
God.
because it was so nerve wracking.
Yeah.
You know, you're 8 years old. This means everything
yeah.
to you.
Hell yeah.
And it's like, there's no way I could be the guy. There's no way I could be the hero.
Yeah.
I'm a loser.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're supposed to lose this game. I'm
Now, are your
supposed to
kids
get
cool in situations like that? Your son you mentioned before, your 12-year-old, has he got some savoir faire, some chill?
My son, when he plays neighborhood sports, he is very fast, competitive, loves it, having fun.
Yeah.
He plays town basketball and flag football, but not at the, tryout, make the team travel league. And I'm very okay with that because he did the basketball thing, and it was like, it's not fun. It's too serious.
Yeah.
Too much pressure. I just want to. He wants to do sports for the same reasons we would do, a pickup basketball league in our age or something. We want to get up. We want to socialize. We want to
kicks. Yeah.
Yeah, and he just wants to be with his friends and play a game.
Yeah.
He has no aspirations of going D1 or pro, which is good because the reality is no one on the court that he's playing with is going to go there.
So you didn't coach him growing up, but you haven't had that joyful experience of coaching your kids?
I did 1 year with my neighbor. We coached the soccer team together with his son and my son, and then those two kids were the two that didn't want to play soccer. Yeah. They realized we don't want to play soccer. So me and my neighbor Ron, every week, we drag our kids to go sit on the sideline while we babysat 8 other people. And it's like, commit to the obligation. It's a 6-week league or something like that.
Yeah. But I coached soccer for my kids. I played soccer in college, and so I was nominally qualified to coach, and I coached soccer. And somebody put it this way for the early, whatever it is, 5, 6, when they first start. It's like running a 5-year-old birthday party every fucking Saturday.
Yeah, it is. It is. It totally
With more
is.
tears,
Yes.
And there was this one kid who didn't want to be there. His mom made him be there. He was socially incredibly awkward, had no athletic skills, sweet boy. And suddenly I'd look up and I couldn't find him. And that was half the job was you need to deliver as many bodies at the end of the game as you started with. Otherwise, some parent's going to be upset.
Yeah.
So like, where is he?
Or thankful.
Or thankful.
Oh,
I found him sitting in the woods about 60 yards off the field by himself, breaking small sticks into even smaller sticks. And I'm like, I won't say his name, but come on. I had to like coax him back just to get him close to the field. He didn't want to go on the field. My God. But there were weird kids like that. My kid was good. Actually, my son that I was talking about before, who lives with me, his main skill, and he remembers it to this day, was inbound passes. He had a great inbound pass. He had the long, lanky body with really sort of ropey arms, and so he learned a good snap, and he could throw it like halfway. Now, use your feet. No, he needs to pick the ball up to be effective at soccer. I said, your soccer career is limited. It is not going to go very far.
Yeah.
I was a keeper, so I could use my hands. Maybe that's where he got it from. He wanted to use his hands. And then my older son played basketball much better than me. He dunked in regulation as a white kid in Holliston as a senior in high school.
Yeah.
And I've got it on tape thanks to Holliston Cable Access.
Did they hang a banner for the occasion?
Yeah, on the spot. Sam Gillespie. No, he got a qualified dunk, and I was showing it to strangers on airplanes for months afterwards. Hey, we haven't met, but did you see this video of my son dunking in regulation?
Proud dad moment.
Totally.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So we know each other through comedy.
Yep.
We started at the same time.
Yep.
Years. Now, I hate the question, how long have you been doing this? Because I really don't have a definitive 6 years, 7 years, 8 years. I think it was like 6 years ago I did my first class and open mic.
Yeah.
But then COVID struck.
Right.
Just as
so do we count those years? I mean,
well, yeah, you do. So then you stop the clock, though.
Yeah.
And then like 2 years go by, and then I got back into it being that thing that I do to. It's my free time thing, you know, like, and then like a year and a half ago, I said, you know what, I think I'm not that bad. Like I could lean into this and see what happens.
I'll do you one better.
Yeah, thanks.
You're very funny.
Thanks. So I've been doing it. So if someone says, how long have you been doing it? I'm like, 3 years maybe, you know, but
I'll say 6 years. The other thing I'll say is I've been doing it like 57 years because I first stepped on stage when I was 9 years old in Fiddler on the Roof.
Really?
Because I played violin.
Yeah.
And I was the only kid around of the right age who also played violin. So I got the role of the fiddler.
No shit.
On the roof. Yeah. Non-speaking role. That's okay.
Yep.
Still got
you spoke with your music.
Still got the SAG credit for it.
Yeah.
In a community musical. And so I've been acting since 9 and doing stand-up since 58. So 6 years. Yeah, doing stand-up.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What do you enjoy more? Like you do community theater stuff today,
I
right?
started a community theater in Holliston called Washington Street Players.
Yep.
And so, I've done a lot of acting. I've done a lot of directing, producing, and community theater. I like stand-up comedy. To paraphrase another comedian that I heard, when he was asked if he would like a role in a movie, he said, "You mean acting?" They're like, "Yeah." He said, "So that stuff where I have to stop talking and wait for somebody else to stop talking?"
Yeah.
No, I'd prefer to just do all the talking.
Yeah.
So there is that appeal. And so lately, people, I'm doing improv also. I have an improv group that I'm part of out of Weston, which is called Acme Improv Company. We just had last weekend, I had a double header. I had an improv show on Friday and a stand-up show on Saturday. So I don't like improv, but it's like my green vegetables. It's very hard and it keeps me honest and maybe it keeps me young. I don't know, but I'm not that good at it. And which is funny because I'm okay at stand-up. And I've done a lot of comedic theater. I saw, I think it was Carol Burnett, define the difference between a comedian and a comic. You heard this one?
No.
Yeah, somebody.
I thought they were just the same thing.
They're a little bit different. And I can't remember who told her this is the definition. Comedians say things funny. Comics say funny things.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I don't know where I am on that spectrum. I'm afraid I'm more comedian than comic, but improv helps me just stay honest and stay sharp as far as free thinking and putting weird ideas together. But where was I going with this? 6 years ago, I started stand-up comedy because I had this inner dialogue with myself since age 9. I listened to a lot of Bill Cosby growing up. He used to be okay. Before he was an asshole, he was very funny.
Why? What's wrong with Bill Cosby?
Somebody said
something happened?
Somebody said that I hate Bill Cosby because he made me hate Bill Cosby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't that a big letdown? That's like Tom Hanks, something today with Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
It's like, no, not you.
Yeah,
you know?
I know.
Anyone but
I
you.
listened to him growing up, and I kept telling myself, and George Carlin, and Richard Pryor, and I kept saying, you can act moderately well. You could do stand-up. I kept saying, you could do stand-up if you wanted to. You just, and so finally at 58, I said, okay, asshole, can you do it or can you not do it? And I took that same class with Kathy and started doing it and bombed, had good sets, had bad sets, had the whole range of experience.
Yep.
But it wasn't a fear I was facing, but it was like a reality check. Like if you stop telling yourself you could do it, like I know I'll never dunk. That's my son's job, especially not at 64, not with my body deteriorating.
Yeah.
There was a story I read, speaking of deteriorating 64-year-olds. Did you know that men begin losing muscle mass in their 30s?
30s.
In their 30s.
Yeah, I know. I knew that. That's
ouch.
Well, coming up on 50, before the show, we were talking about I've been kind of, the well was dry for creative thought, and I wasn't coming up with new stuff.
Yeah.
I was just kind of, and you just kind of think about it's the same, and then I just was like, well, I'm turning, unrelated. I'm turning 50. I want to be around a long time. I know people in their 50s that are dead.
Yeah.
I don't want to be that. So I'm about 2 months into this transformation where I've been eating. My eating has been disciplined. My exercise routine is static. I've been trying to get the right sleep. And I got to tell you, one of the byproducts is I can't write shit down fast enough now. And I'm getting more and bigger gigs, and I'm being seen more out, and I'm more motivated to go.
I think
to
you
that.
have a show tonight.
Yes. Well, want to plug it? Today is Wednesday, the 29th?
29th of April.
Yes,
2026. And Mr. Fink is on a show I'm producing over in Holliston at 7:30 at Rushford & Sons. Tickets on sale at cheap-laughs.com right now. And we've got a hell of a lineup. We've got Rick. We've got Kirsten Logan coming up from Rhode Island, who is funny as shit. The great local hero, Kathy Farris, is doing a set. And Sarah Rush of
Melissa Rush.
Melissa Rush.
Yep.
Melissa Rush. Sorry, Melissa.
Yeah.
No relation to Rush rock band, as far as I know, but I'm not sure about that. So yeah, and I'll even try and tell some jokes. So
Awesome.
It's at a microbrewery. Actually, they call themselves a nano brewery. That's even smaller than a microbrewery.
What?
I don't know
okay,
where
so
the cutoff is.
Comic versus comedian. What's nano versus
Nano
micro?
versus micro. I think the glasses are a lot smaller than a microbrewery.
Yeah.
I want to
Prices
see
are
them
the
drink out
same.
of just little mugs.
Yeah.
Little teeny hops,
here's your
little teeny
thimble.
rye. Yeah,
Yeah.
it should be pretty funny.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, so they've got their own beer, and we've got our own local comics and import comics.
I feel like it's a nice symbiotic relationship between the brewery and the stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
Production, because everyone wants to sit back and hang out. It's a brewery. There's not like loud music or anything. It's
right.
like it's
convivial.
It's transformed into being known as a place you could go to get some live stuff. Like I do the monthly Laughs on Tap at Seventh Wave Brewing in Medfield, first Thursday of the month, and other times like tonight they have a singer, guitarist.
Yeah.
Sometimes they'll it's like movie night or whatever.
Yeah.
It's like you create your own stuff, but for up and comers or people that need like that weekday rep or something, it's like, let's help each other out.
Yeah. Every time I play a brewery though, and I've got the brewery tonight, at a brewery last Saturday, I've got a brewery in Western Connecticut I've played at. Every time I play this secret, don't tell anybody on the podcast, I feel guilty because I don't drink beer.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't.
Okay.
I don't drink alcohol, period. I quit 14 years ago after I broke every record possible.
Okay.
Yeah, I felt like, my drinking, I think I should retire.
Okay.
And
Yeah,
I
you
did.
got it all in.
I got it all in.
Yeah.
I accomplished all the things I wanted to
Yeah.
while I was drunk, and I said, "There's other things to do."
Yeah.
But I do not drink, but it's good because what if we did drink? Your next comic.
Well, I never drink before. I drink socially, but I never drink before I perform because my mind's not sharp enough. It's not sharp enough if I don't drink.
Yeah.
And I can't dull it down. But I stopped drinking beer when my twins were born 30 years ago. And my joke, quote unquote, to my friends was, "Go ahead, have beer. I've got twins at home. I'm having bourbon. I don't have time for beer."
Yeah. Was having kids correlating to you not drinking beer anymore, or was it just sort of like?
No, my body grew out of it. I enjoyed the taste of it, but my body grew out of it. I just woke up so shitty and fat and bloated and so
there's that stomach bile feel. And
I
mean, you're just drinking calories, and your metabolism, like you said, muscle atrophy begins at like 30. So does your metabolism.
Yeah, it starts to slow down. Right.
I remember the day after my 30th birthday,
Ugh.
I got so drunk. I was making out with my girlfriend at the time in front of my parents.
Oh, there you go.
I sat in the birthday cake. Like it was,
Oof. Yeah. Was that near the end of the drinking days?
No, I was just warming up.
Oh, just
yeah. I was getting into my prime then.
Just winding up.
Yeah, but I remember the next day. So this is 30. Like it almost felt like my body was saying, "You're not a kid anymore.
You're not a kid anymore.
You got to grow up."
Yeah, and you weren't married. You said you were.
Oh yeah, no. I was like 6 years later.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got married late, relatively speaking.
I got married at 35.
Oh.
First kid at 36. Second kid at 38.
Yep.
And actually, my wife and I, when we got married, we drove to Quebec City for our honeymoon.
Beautiful.
Spent the
Beautiful
week.
place to go.
We'd split a bottle of wine at lunch. We'd split a bottle of wine at dinner, which was 2 glasses each, right?
Yep.
And then we get home to a second-story walk-up in Somerville near Davis Square. And I'm literally unpacking from our honeymoon.
Yeah.
And I'm walking up the steps of the front porch with the 2 luggage bags. And my now wife was waving a pea stick saying, "I'm pregnant." And I'm like, well, the honeymoon's officially over. And that was crazy. But the first thing she did was like call the doctor and say, "I drank a bottle of wine a day for the last 6 days." They're like, "That's fine."
He's like, "That's probably why you're pregnant."
Yeah. You let your guard down, honey. Slipped one past the goalie.
Yikes.
Yeah.
We lived in Somerville too.
Whereabouts?
Outside of Teal Square.
Okay, you know what? So
Right
I said
You said Davis Square.
because it would be
Everyone
relatable.
knows Davis Square.
We lived on Farragut Avenue in Davis Square.
Okay.
Yeah.
In Teal Square.
Teal Square. That's
Yeah. Teal Square is the next one further out. We lived right off the Mystic Valley Parkway.
Yeah, right.
Near the MDC Stadium.
Yep, exactly.
Tucked in between Tufts.
Yep.
Not a good place to live if you are not either A, a local or B, a tough student. Because
Yeah.
they don't know what to do with you. If you, we were yuppies.
Okay.
That used to be a thing.
Wait, what years are we talking?
We lived there
80s?
for 80s, late 80s. We lived there from 88 to 89, just a year.
Yeah.
Just a year. And then we moved to Holliston in 89.
And you felt out of place.
It's so out of place. Maybe because I got my car key scratched for no reason. Maybe because somebody parked me in. Do you know what parking in is?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know what parking in was.
Yeah.
Parking in, for listeners who may not know, is when the assholes park so close to you, there's no way you can get your car out.
Right up
and
on
I
you.
was there, apparently parked too close to a guy's driveway.
Yes. I knew you were going to say that.
That's
And-
a thing in Somerville.
Yes,
I didn't know
it
that.
is.
You could ring my doorbell and say, Paul, can you move your car? No, we're going to park you in and make you come over. And I'm going up and down the street looking for the asshole that parked me in. Finally, I found the guy. He goes, yeah, it could be me. So how do you know about this? That's so sad.
Because I remember one time I parked in front of our house with my bumper right up at the end of the curb. Like, yes, we all need to find a place to park. We live in a municipal, you know, populated area.
Yeah.
You don't own the street, okay? And, you know, I was encroaching on their entrance, but not at all overlapping. I would never do that.
You were within like 3 inches.
Yes.
And they called it. They
And
said,
the person came out and said, yeah, you're going to need to move your car. And I said, oh, hi, do you live here? She's like, yeah. I'm like, nice to meet you. My name's Rick. I'm your fucking neighbor. The car's staying. And then
This
I
is
walked
in Somerville.
And I walked inside.
That's-
like later that week, you know what they did? They bought yellow paint and painted 3 feet buffers on the curbing.
Yeah.
To insinuate like the town. It looked like the town would have done that.
You lived in the high end section of Somerville because where I lived, I got key scratched and tires slashed. That's how they explained to me what you're too close to the driveway means, because it's the same reason. I was too close to his driveway. 2 tires slashed and key scratched bumper to bumper.
Well, from Farragut on your way to the Mystic Valley Parkway, on the left side, there was, before the grocery store, there was a gas station. And I remember my wife now and I were filling up, and we called the police because there was a guy. This is dead of winter. This is like January. Okay, there's snow on the ground. There was a man in slippers and a bathrobe who had walked over to get something, you know, some like milk or whatever.
Yeah.
But he was looking around the ground, just circling around. And I said to the person, like, what's this guy doing? He's like, he's looking for a bag of heroin that he dropped. And we're like,
On
no
a
shit.
snow-covered sidewalk?
Yeah,
What a bummer.
like in the thing. Yeah. I'm like, I didn't call. They had called it in.
Too bad it wasn't weed. At least he could have spotted it.
Yeah.
You know
that's
that's rough.
like that. There's some contrast there.
Yeah.
So yeah, we had the tweakers back then. I remember taking the red line home, and Alewife is the last one.
Yep.
And if I'm not paying attention, have you ever not paid attention and you end up at, this is our last stop? You're like, oh shit, I missed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Well, I remember like getting off, and I'd have to go tell a conductor, like, you got a tweaker in the third car down, and it's just a guy just slumped over.
Yeah.
Messed up.
Oh,
It's a sad
it's rough.
story.
No, Somerville is tough. We realized how different it was when I called the landlord, looked at the ad up in the newspaper, the Tab, the Cambridge Tab, which used to exist, and I called the phone number, and I talked to Arthur, and I said, "What's the address? What's the address, Arthur?" He says, "It's at 45 Knott Street." I hung up. I said, "I don't know where this is." He told me it's at 45 Knott Street. And my sister, who had lived here for 5 years, she goes,
44
"That's
North?
44 North Street."
Yeah.
See, you could do the transliteration. I didn't know how to at the time.
Yeah.
45 Knott Street.
Was it Fallon where, who is it?
Late Night Show?
Born Supremacy. Who's that guy?
Matt Damon.
Matt Damon was reading off all the town names, and he mispronounced Quincy.
No.
He didn't pronounce
Quincy?
it. He said Quincy.
Ooh,
and that was
that's
kind of like,
rough.
dude, you didn't grow up far away from Quincy with a Z, even
Yeah.
though it's spelled with a C.
It's always Quincy. Even I know that. Although there's a road up there, the State Route 30,
Yeah.
runs through Framingham.
Mm-hmm.
It's called Cochituate.
Yeah.
And the first time I saw it and told my boss where I was, I said, I was just up on Cacciatwadi Road.
Cacciatwadi.
He's like, sounds just a little dirty.
Yeah.
I'm not sure why.
Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like dirty. You know what else sounded dirty to me? Focaccia. Focaccia. I love focaccia. It sounds just a little bit late night on NC-17. I don't know. Just spreading hot butter on focaccia bread.
Because
that's how my mind works.
Yeah. I relate.
I'm a lucky guy.
There's a fruit that I will not eat because it sounds gross. And it's a kumquat.
Yep.
Not going to eat a kumquat. I don't care how good it is. What are you eating? I'm eating a kumquat. Sounds kind of gay. Not doing it.
Yeah, not going to do it.
Nope.
No. Or it sounds like something you should be doing in the gym.
Yeah. Working on my kumquats.
Yeah. I need 15 kumquats at 12, 11, 10. There you go.
It's kind of like a Kegel, only a little more enhanced. Okay, so we both lived in the city, and then we
ran
and went to the suburb because now we want to have kids, or we have kids and we need to give them a yard and stuff.
Yeah, a place to throw a baseball.
Do you love living in the suburbs?
I do. I love it so much that I'm moving to the woods next. I'm going to a place with even fewer people.
No kidding.
As soon as I can.
Yeah?
Yeah, we have a place in the Berkshires. Yeah, my father died a couple years ago.
Sorry.
So I bought a place in the Berkshires with the inheritance money, and he would be very happy because he loved the woods. He loved the mountains. He loved being alone. He never told my mother that. But anyway, yeah, we have a place in the Berkshires, and we're going to sell Holliston probably in the next year. My wife's retiring from teaching next month.
Yeah.
And we're going to move out to where there are even fewer people. I hope eventually to get to a place where there are no people at all. That way, nobody can not laugh at my jokes.
Yeah, right.
See how that works?
Yes.
It's very safe.
You are like, it's not going to be a second home or this is going to be your primary.
It's a second home now.
Yes, but it will be your primary residence.
It's sufficient for a primary residence. Yes, that is the plan. I mean, because the Berkshires, if you've ever been out there, we're 20 to 25 minutes from everything, from world-class dance at Jacob's Ladder to world-class music at Tanglewood, world-class theater at Shakespeare and Company, food. I mean, it's incredible.
That's your as a thespian, that's your wheelhouse. That's the stuff you want.
That's the stuff I want to get close to. I'm going to try to do stand-up out there. Actually, they've got stand-up. People from New York come up, and I mean real stand-up, not like us hacks, but real hacks come up there. So no, that's the plan. I think it's going to be great. I'm a little anxious about being so remote. You know, my wife's coming with me. Did I mention that?
You're going to bring her?
She's coming. Yeah.
Does she know that?
There's room. Yeah. There's room in the back.
Okay. Yeah.
Put it back in the car. Yes, she's very excited too because she's kind of an introvert, married an extrovert, so it works for her.
Opposites attract. I'm the same way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like there's a joke in town. It's like, does your wife even exist? You know, like she never comes to comedy shows.
I've never met her.
You haven't?
No, there's no evidence. I have no firsthand evidence of her existence.
That's funny. No,
you're wearing the ring.
I swear to God.
Pictures of people upstairs. You're sitting next to this lovely woman. I don't know though. I don't know.
No, she won't come to shows. Not that she doesn't want to, but you know, I drive.
She came to one of our shows. I remember once at the Bistro.
Yeah. Might have been the last one. I think she's been in maybe 3 of them, but she stopped coming because it's like, first of all, okay, I get this at home all the time, whether I want to or not.
Same. And you've run most of the material by her, so she's heard the jokes already.
Yeah, typically.
Yeah.
Typically, it's without even saying, hey, what do you think of this? I just incorporate it into something or the situation that we're in.
I did a joke on the fly about my wife last Saturday. I was talking about birthdays. I said I just had a birthday. I turned 64. A week later, my wife had a birthday. She turned 27. You know, rim shot to follow. And I said, well, we can make fun of her because she's not here and she didn't come to the show. So fair game. You don't show up.
Right.
Anything could happen.
Right.
Yeah. No, my wife doesn't, by and large. Plus, your wife works all day too. So they're working all day. Do they want to go out at night? Probably not. Probably
it's like they want to, they want to be with the kids.
You know,
for a long time, the kids were too young anyway. So it was like, you're home, I'm out, and we were ships in the night in that regard. But the kids are older. They can. What I'm looking forward to is, doing the college campus that my kid goes to school at. And just be like, bring your friend, and then they get to see.
Oh, you perforering at your kid's college.
Let's say my kid
you
goes
think
to
they're
UMass.
Gonna let that happen?
There's nothing they can do about it.
You're paying the tuition.
I already called the student activity council, and they just cut me a check, and I'm coming, and that's it. Or I'm here.
I did a set a year ago at my college, at my college reunion. I was never more scared to perform than it was in front of these people because they were all my peers, all people who knew me, my formative years. And there are like 40 of them. I went to Hamilton College, and there's some pretty high-powered people, some pretty impressive people. In fact,
you are being the sad clown. You know,
right. One of the guys in my class was Dave Solomon, who's that? CEO of Goldman Sachs.
Oh,
yeah.
I've heard of that company.
Yeah, you've heard of that company.
Yeah. He's the CEO?
He's the CEO. He graduated with me from Hamilton.
Wow.
Yeah.
You give you any insider tips?
He was not there at reunions.
Okay.
So I was able to tell this joke about him.
Yeah, good.
The joke was, I thought about coming back to reunions. I started about having those thoughts. What would I have done differently when I was back here in Hamilton? What else would I have done? I said, well, first of all, I would have asked out Astrid Munti, because she was really sexy, but she was from Sweden. I know she was untouchable, so I didn't even talk to her, but wow, how cool would that have been? Yeah. Second thing, I would have majored in philosophy instead of government, because it's pure, it's just knowledge. I said third, I would have been a lot nicer to Dave Solomon. And it was great because it was just for the people in the room who knew him, because he was kind of a dweeb.
Yeah. Oh, but of course.
You don't think he listens to this, do you?
I don't know if anyone does, actually, so I think you're safe.
Yeah, it killed, actually. It killed. But I was really scared doing that set. Performing in front of your peers is always the scariest. You know, strangers.
Interesting
family.
you say that, because I am the complete opposite.
Really?
Yeah. And it's timely. This Saturday, I'll be at the Strand Theater in Dover, New Hampshire.
Nice.
And I'm from New Hampshire.
Right.
I went to college there. I grew up in Concord. I lived in Dover. I lived in Manchester. I lived in Portsmouth. Back in my 20s, when your lease is up, you're like, I hate this landlord. Let's move somewhere else.
Yeah.
You know, and you upgrade every year incrementally while you still give your money away to rent. And so because the three people I'll just say it's Mike Riley, Jody Sloan, and PJ Thibodeau. They are A-list.
Yeah, they're top drawer.
Headliners in Boston, and we just have a good time together. Like last week, we did a show, so they invited me to come with them to Dover, and I'm like, I need to maximize this opportunity. I want these three guys, women, to know that I can bring a crowd, right?
Yeah.
So I went to the Concord High School class of '94 Facebook group.
Yeah.
I went to the Tau Kappa Epsilon Lambda Sigma chapter alumni Facebook group.
Nice.
I called a couple of the sorority girls, women. Yeah. And I've probably got like at least 20 commitments now. And and that's only 12 hours ago. Like I did that last night. And this morning I woke up with a bunch of texts. I'm like, this is going to be good. And the great thing is, like, you get nervous about it. I consider this. These people that are coming to see you that know you, first of all, everyone wants to vicariously live through a comic, right?
True.
How many times have you said you could use that? If you laugh at something.
I got one for you.
Or you should try this. You put that in your skit.
Yeah, put that in your skit.
My skit. Yeah. But they are going to come. They're going to want to laugh.
Right.
They're going
They're tuned up.
They're going to be easy. It's going to be easy.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like even if it's not that, like, even if I didn't sell it, you know, like in my head, I'm like, I gotta get in deeper. Like they're still going to love it.
Yeah. True.
That's what I think. No, that's usually what happens is like whenever friends come, they're like really into it.
I guess for me,
bunch of ringers.
The reunion show was I hadn't seen these people since the previous reunion, and a lot of them not since we graduated. Yeah. So and then again, the success factor, finding people who were multimillionaires and PhDs, and I've been selling business services for 40 years.
Yeah, and you're up there. So I bought a computer.
Yeah. Exactly.
What's up with this wireless mouse?
But computers made me think of another topic in our kids. We were talking about our kids. You always want your kids to be more successful than you are. My oldest son is definitely going to do that. He works for Cursor, which if you look it up, they were in the news last week. Mm-hmm. They're being acquired by SpaceX in advance of the SpaceX IPO, which is due in June. And my son's equity stake doubled in value. His company, Cursor, was valued at $1 billion in January of 2025. In December of 2025, it was valued at $29 billion.
Are they public?
Nope. They were acquired by SpaceX for $60 billion, and SpaceX is going public in June.
Yes.
And it's likely to be the biggest public offering ever. It's going to be $1 trillion company.
Are you going to get in on that?
Yes. What I plan to do is stick around for a long time and really drain his resources with expensive retirements and skilled nursing care.
Yeah.
That's where I'm going to pay him. When I start drooling, that's when he shows up.
Yeah.
So that's why you want your kids to be more successful than you are, so you can have really nice skilled nursing care later on in life. I'm playing the long game, basically. I'm playing the long game.
We joke about that, but that is our reality, isn't it?
It is.
Isn't it sad? Like you just lost a parent recently.
Yeah. And he was in a skilled nursing facility in the end.
Yeah. It's
we weren't meant to live this long. That's my belief. God's looking at us going, 50, I had like 20 years on you, maybe.
Right.
Now you're going to fucking start replacing parts and
Yeah.
you're around till 70? Look, warranty's burnt, dude.
Yeah,
You're
man.
on your own.
Totally.
We just, standing upright. What are you doing standing upright? We were on all fours for most of our evolution.
Yeah, you should be
That's
climbing
where our
a tree.
knees give out.
Yeah.
We shouldn't be standing upright. All of these things we shouldn't be doing, but we're doing
It's
them.
fascinating. One thing that makes me okay with mortality is, and not to be a downer, but like looking what directions humanity is going. Like, first of all, there's way too many consumers on this planet. We are like cancer cells. Earth is the host body, and we're just
Yeah.
consuming
Yeah.
recklessly, without abandon.
Recklessly, yeah.
But the social structure, like just, like I often say, I wish Y2K did wipe out all the computers. We would be a better society. Let's just go back to the Apple IIe and that level of technology.
Yeah.
Throw in email. Let's stop. We don't need anything more than that, right? Like before the show, we were talking about all of our Instagram accounts and Facebook accounts for my stand-up and the podcast, and it's like I'm on Facebook and Instagram. Like, that's 4 different channels of communicating with people. And when I have to get back to that person,
right,
I'm literally going, was it this one? No, is it this one? It's like, why? And then Threads comes out.
Yep.
It's like
TikTok,
but Threads is like the answer to Twitter, which is now X. And it's like, how about if we all just shut the fuck up? Because most of you people are stupid.
Yeah.
Like the stupid people have found each other. It used to be stupid people were like, I'm pretty stupid. I should keep my comments to myself. Right. And now they're like, we're here. We're, an army of people that think alike, which must mean we're not stupid. No, you're still stupid.
Still stupid.
And now you're just riling each other up. And you get pockets of stupid for different reasons. And I just
But they're all connected.
Yeah.
Yeah. Through
everyone thinks
media.
they know something. As I've gotten older, I've realized I don't need to have an opinion on everything anymore. I used to be very opinionated. I feel like I know what's right and what's wrong, why this person should be elected or why that one shouldn't. Now I'm like, I don't get that morning dossier that the president gets. I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know where the threats are. Yeah, he doesn't write.
That's another story, except that it might be in cartoons.
Yeah.
That's because we've lived long enough that we've been wrong often enough that we're not going to, hold an opinion anymore. Because if you stick around long enough and you realize how many times you've been fucking wrong or missed something.
Yeah.
I used to work for a magazine called IEEE Expert. IEEE is the Institute of Electronic and Electrical Engineers. It's a professional association.
I just renewed my subscription.
Yeah, right. Yeah. IEEE Expert was the first magazine about artificial intelligence. I was working for that magazine in 1985. Did I do anything with it? I saw AI coming from 1985.
Yeah.
And now my son's working for an AI company.
Yeah.
I'm still watching.
That's
I was
awesome.
working at MIT when HTML, hypertext markup language, the World Wide Web, was invented by Tim Burns. I was at MIT. I saw the birth, and I watched that baby walk out of the room. I said, yeah, that looks interesting. I did nothing about it. So now I'm trying to tell jokes to strangers to make an extra buck.
I remember going to my sophomore year of college in 1995. That summer, I got a letter from the school saying that we've made some, infrastructural changes on the technology platform, and we're bringing email to every student. This is your email. This is your password. The syllabus from all your you go there,
emailed to you.
Yes, and I remember going, "Oh, knock it off with this fucking bullshit. This is such a goddamn here today, gone tomorrow. The email. Yeah, just print it out. What's the big deal? Here we are. Emails like
I've got
we've moved on from that.
Yeah.
You know?
3 different email addresses,
Yeah.
an X handle and Instagram handle. Yeah, exactly. But it looked like, it looked like a waste of time. And now it just wastes a lot of our time because I get like 16 ridiculous threads at the same time or text. What I hate now is text spam. I told you my son and his wife and my grand twins are living with us. They're going to be moving out in the next couple of months. I probably should have told them that first before saying it on your podcast.
Yeah.
Anyway, they probably won't listen.
Big reveal. No, they won't.
But then I suddenly started getting all these texts from moving companies. And I've been talking about my son moving out. I'm like, what the hell?
Dude,
how did they do that?
They're listening.
Damn.
Their phones are listening.
That was scary.
What's even worse, have you ever thought something?
Yes.
I have thought about guinea pigs. My son wants to get guinea pigs. I don't think. And then I shit you not, I said, Leslie, look at my feed.
But you searched something.
No.
You typed something into a browser.
Nope, not me.
He might have. Does he have access to your computer?
My wife has.
He might have searched guinea pigs.
No, my wife
I don't think we're quite at
So are we connected?
reading. Maybe we are.
Reads my retinas.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Scan.
I don't trust shit anymore. It's like sometimes I think about what if I just went off grid? Like I'm a ghost. Like no credit cards.
Yeah.
No cell phone or electronic communication.
Yeah.
Can we?
Says the guy doing a podcast.
Yeah, I know. And it has to like go on all the socials.
This is actually a bit that I do. I'll preview it because we got a smart speaker. My wife and I got a Google Home smart speaker.
Oh, sure.
Which I love it.
Yeah.
The only thing I use it for is to ask what the weather's going to be. But I love doing that. Even though my house has doors and windows, I always check the weather.
Yes.
So friends, like guys like you, like, oh, you're getting a smart speaker. You're like, they're listening. Like you're just saying, oh, like the NSA is probably listening. Jeff Bezos is probably listening.
Yeah.
They're listening all the time. Does that make you nervous? Paul said, no, it does not make me nervous. I've been married for 40 years. I raised 3 kids. I'm just glad somebody's finally fucking listening to me.
Yeah. I'm like, I hope it laughs. So it gives me, remember it used to giggle or something, like just to let you know it's there. Like,
yeah. No, but I actually do love it because you can order things on it too, right? You can just call out an order.
Yeah. I'm going to be a little bit of a lean into my Luddite side. I am refusing to talk to robotic things. I'm like, I'll talk to humans. Like, if I call somewhere, hi, welcome to X Corp for billing, press 1. I'm like, operator.
You're the guy screaming into the phone.
Human being.
Yeah.
Like
associate.
Yeah. Someone with a pulse, not made out of plastic and metal.
No bots.
Yeah.
Yeah. And how's that working out for you?
Usually get it.
Through?
Yeah. Well, I always just press 0.
Well, they actually have software that reads tension and anger in your voice. So if you're more angry, you'll get somebody faster.
Really?
Truly do. Yeah. The microphone is sending that signal through to an algorithm that reads it. And if you start cursing or getting really angry, you'll get a human faster.
Oh.
Because you're not going to give them a good score. Even if you're not angry, just act angry and you'll get through faster.
I feel like we could have you back on and talk about that whole area that you're familiar with, right? With your, like, what was that magazine you were?
Technology Review.
Yeah.
Yeah. At MIT. I worked at MIT for 7 years.
The best part I love about Technology Review is the swimsuit issue. It's...
Oh my God!
Yeah,
are you kidding me? Technology swimsuits, those little chips,
yeah,
right where they ought to be.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the best, and they're all waterproof too.
Yeah, right.
It's amazing.
That's hilarious. I think we've talked for like an hour, and I know that we've got to get ready for the show tonight.
We do have to get ready for the show.
And I
have
want
to
upload
do my warm up exercises.
Yeah,
yeah,
stretching out.
Yeah.
It's 3 steps up the stage. Anything could happen.
Well, I was singing vocal exercises. Is
that what you do?
No, I don't. Oh. I don't. I should, but I don't.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah. Well, this has been a delight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming on. It's fun.
I'm sorry it took me so long.
Yeah. No. Sorry I was late. All right. For Paul Gillespie, I'm Rick Fink. This is Small Town Scuttlebutt. Peace out.
Thanks.